let's talk about the almighty checklist. You know, those things that tell you every single thing that you're supposed to do for X, Y, or Z. Yeah, those things that our dads always did when we were younger, or at least my dad did. There are two strong reasons why you should always use a checklist for certain tasks. Number one is it improves speed and consistency on the task. And number two, it reduces risk of skipping or forgetting a task. Let's talk a little bit more about the speed and consistency. One of the things that I see that a lot of paramotor pilots are very slow with is their layout process, setting their wing up, getting hooked in, and going to launch. For some people, this can take as long as 10, 15, even 20 minutes from the time that they start the process to the time that they are actually in the air. The reality is, at least here on the West Coast in the Utah mountains, if you take 15 minutes to set up, you will not be able to launch because the wind will have changed directions and you're gonna now have to move your wing. So you have to be efficient with that process. That is something we strongly emphasize here at Backcountry, is making sure you do it the exact same way, making sure you're laying out the exact same way, you're hooking your wing in the exact same way, you're doing everything the same way, following the checklist step by step, because it improves your consistency, improves your speed, and you don't second guess yourself. Once you've done it, you followed the list, you know you've completed every task that you need to. This helps improve how fast you're able to get ready and actually go flying. Number two is reducing the risk of skipping or forgetting a step. That's a big one. I don't know how many times I've gone to do XYZ and I forgot one of the big important tasks. We do this a lot with teaching. I have a checklist as to every single thing that I would like to achieve by the end of the 10-day training program, broken up by day. That way we know exactly what we are going to do every single day and there's not anything we skip or forget. That is an extremely important part about the training process as well as about the flying process. If you don't have your pre-flight broken down into a list and you know exactly what pieces to touch, there's a possibility that one of the times you're going to skip something like your gas cap and you're going to go to take off and you're going to pour gas all over your harness. Trust me, I've watched that happen. I've actually done that a couple of times myself. It happens. If you don't have a step-by-step process for a lot of these tasks, there's a possibility you're gonna skip something, you're gonna neglect something, you're gonna overlook something, and that can put you at a higher level of risk, which one of the big things that we're all trying to do is minimize how much risk we're taking every single day, every single flight, every single minute, and having a few things written down, having a checklist to follow for a handful of these tasks is important. Now, I don't need to go into extensive detail as to the importance of checklists. I'm sure you're already well aware of it. I just want to point out a couple of things. If you are already a pilot, I would recommend that you start writing down the steps that you take for a lot of your main tasks. This can be things like your pre-flight, your layout process, your landing process, your weather checking process, all of those things that are an important task. Please do not overlook the weather checklist. That's one of the things that we've started to do that I think is extremely important. If you're a newer pilot getting into paramotoring and you're just about to start going to a training, I also would encourage you to start writing things down if your school does not provide it for you. Make a list, man. It could be a simple little list of like, all right, my layout process consists of step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you come through one of our classes here at Backcountry Paramotor, we do have and are working on making these lists for every important task that we deem necessary. If you're going to another training facility, please consider writing these tasks down as it's going to be important. Otherwise, you will forget, you will overlook. If you guys are interested in learning to fly a paramotor, please visit our website, backcountryppg.com, to learn more about our 10-day training program. We have 2 training classes a month between now and October, located here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Our up-and-coming training dates are listed on the screen for you to see. If you're interested in more information about how we structure our program, how we run our 10 days, and how you can learn to fly with us, visit backcountryppg.com or call us at 801-599-1684. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Trevor Steele, and I will see you all next time.